Hey guys, EatGeekStudy here. So I'm playing again, and I looked at the map, and look, 1894. So this is where the brook was. So south of the brook, 1894, north of the mill, the old M68. I don't know, the old M68, 1894. It worked! Logging in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. View and store project notes and photos. Theor's post. Hello, new system. Testing photo upload. It works! Should probably write here more often. Read about every book on Swedish folklore there is. Surprised how little has been written about ear walking. Need more sources of information. Talk to ES. He suggested some field work. Might be good, but I feel that I might be 30 years too late. Been talking to elderly folks, eating cookies and drinking coffee. Their knowledge about ear walking has been limited to say the least. Barely any of them knew what it was. If they did, they had heard stories as children but forgotten the details. Thinking ES set me on a wild goose chase. August the 27th, interviews at the retirement home. May I never grow old. The last interview was intriguing if very brief. Talked to one Astrid Jansen. She was over 100 years old, clear at times, did not know a lot about folklore, but she did claim that her grandfather's brother had once year-walked. Sadly, she did not know his name. He died many years before she was born. Might have to look into it. Her maiden name was Svensson, which leaves me with a lot of possibilities. She was born in Ventrop, and I can only hope that her grandfather was as well. More interviews, nothing worth mentioning. Professor Asp called today. Asp. I didn't say Asp. My braces. He hinted that the faculty wanted to take part in my research. Followed up on the visit on the retirement home. In the early 20th century, there were 6 households in Ventrop with the surname Svensson, according to the church book. Astrid was born in 1913. Her grandfather was named Carl Frederick. He had 2 brothers. One died in 1942. The other brother, Daniel Svensson, died in 1895. Since Astrid said that her great-uncle died before she was born, Daniel is the one that supposedly year-walked. A Miller apprentice. Going to the library to check out the old newspapers tomorrow. Looked for reference of Daniel Svensson in old newspapers. I'm grasping at straws. Another day in the library. Nothing of interest. Bored. About to give up. Excited. The newspapers finally mentioned a Daniel Svensson. He was apparently arrested for the murder of a young woman in Ventrop. Is that the young woman? Are we playing as David Svensson? I can't read that. Information was scarce. Her name was Stina Nilsson, and she was a miller's daughter. Her body was found in a field outside of the village. She had been stabbed multiple times. The library should be open longer. Hope I can find any reference to a supposed year walk. The motive behind the murder seems to have been jealousy. Not many details. Apparently, Sina was going to marry Lucas Trapper. She was on her way home from Lucas' parents when she was intercepted by Daniel. She was found the following morning, just 17 years old. I feel a tad guilty about my excitement yesterday. After all, there is a great tragedy behind all of this. We played as that guy. The press seems to have lost interest in the case after a while. Found nothing today. Maybe ES can tell me something. Had a long talk on the phone with ES. The murder case was unknown to him. He had, however, spent a lot of time in Ventrop during the 60s when he studied folklore in the area. There had been a rather particular rune stone that seemed to predate the Viking Age. ES claims there was a definite connection between the symbols on the stone and year walking. He could not tell how. Wanted to check it out. Went to the library again in case I missed something about Daniel. Indeed I had. Found another article. Feeling upset and a little bit sad. Borrowed the article just in case. Perhaps there is more to learn about Daniel. Booked a hotel room in Ventrop. Arrived at Ventrop. It's a small place. One street cuts through the village. It's a rather depressing place. To be fair, the weather could not do the place any justice. The hotel is empty besides me and a group of dog toy manufacturers who are a bit on the noisy side. Must ask chef for the veal recipe. Got a map from the hotel owner. Excited about the archive. Have a feeling that I will find something major. Just got back from the archive. Some An interesting place. Sadly, it's only open 4 hours a day. It's understandable since I was the only visitor. Possibly found the files I need. Tomorrow, reading and lots of it. I knew it! The archive has exceeded my wildest dreams. On New Year's Eve, 1893, Daniel Svensson did indeed year walk. The court records refer to his year walk at several occasions. I have just started to scratch the surface. There must be hidden beliefs amongst these papers that have been forgotten for ages. Amazing. This is by far the latest record of a year walk. Could not sleep last night. Too excited by the files. Much of the records are of legal nature, but there are relevant passages. Daniel claimed he knew that he would murder Sinta after seeing it in a vision on his year walk. Sadly, the scribe had not bothered to take it all down and occasionally just refers to it as ramblings of a madman. Poor boy. There are certain elements that are new to me. I must write them down in detail later on. I need fresh air. Daniel's cabin, Solorston, is briefly mentioned in the protocol. We'll ask around about it. Hope it still exists. Drove around for hours in the forest today. These are woods to get lost in. Asked for the directions from every local. Most people had never heard of the cabin. Was about to give up when I met an old man. His aunt had lived there until the 60s. From then it had 3 different owners that used it as a summer home until the 1980s. The last family that owned the cabin only stayed there one summer. Their 5-year-old son drowned in the brook nearby, and after that they never returned. Nobody has lived there since. The old man's nephew owned the land. I asked the old man if I could pay it a visit. He did not think there would be anyone there that would mind. The cabin was situated deep into the forest. No sign, no road, just a narrow path. This was the place where he started his year walk over 100 years ago. Felt overwhelmed by the thought. Could not enter. It is a lonely place. The only other building I could find in the area was an underground storehouse. Guess it must have belonged to the cabin. It was too dark to see anything, but I can't imagine there'd be anything of significance in there. On my way back to the car, I found this strange box. What an odd thing to leave in the middle of the forest. Seems to be in more or less mid-condition. Could not resist taking it. Tonight I need whiskey, and lots of it. Is that the old box? Is the box with the puzzle thing on it? It is, that we couldn't open because I don't know the code. Hopefully they're going to tell me the code. That'd be awesome. Went to the Vendrop Church today. It's a small white stone church built in the 12th century. The place where the church stands has been used for worship even earlier than that, according to the priest I met. He showed me around the premises. I bought a bouquet of flowers for Stina's grave. Seemed appropriate. The almost unlikely somber epithet? Red. In memory of our loving daughter, Stina Nelson, 1877 to 1894. Her cries for mercy could not sway his hand. That's frickin' weird. Depressing. Searching for Daniel's grave, but there are no stones, and according to the priest, there probably never was. The gravestones E.S. told me about are gone. The priest is not sure where they are or when they disappeared. Weather has become unreasonably bad. Spent the day in the country archive. Had trouble concentrating. Tried to locate a photograph of Daniel Swinson, but had no luck. The clerk explained that a lot of stuff was lost when the files were moved from the regional archive in 1967. 76. I have dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia. Apparently there was another murder case in Ventrop in the early 1890s. Elisa Ramasun drowned 4 infants in the creek. She was an angel maker who received foster children from poor, unmarried mothers. Lisa promised to find the babies good homes in exchange for a hefty sum of money. This was all a charade. As soon as the mothers had paid what little they owned, she drowned their children in a nearby creek. All files from that trial must have been lost. Outrageous! Think I'm done with the archive. Been thinking a lot about that church. Strange day. The rune stone E.S. talked about is not marked on any map. Talked to the man of the service station. He drew me a rather primitive map. Searched for the stone for a long time. Almost gave up. Found it at last. Felt compelled to touch it. Have the strangest... Is that a ghost in that photograph, y'all? What is that? Do you see this right here? Anyway. Had the strangest sensation of looking beyond. Beyond what? The feeling lasted for quite some time. Heading home tomorrow. Wish I had more time. The stone is old. Might predate Christianity, but I failed to see how it's connected to your walking. Could not resist stopping by the church on my way home. Walked around for a bit. It's a pretty church. Not remarkable, but there is something about it. Feel that the church and the stone are connected somehow. There's the box I never got to open. I found the box when I unpacked. I had almost forgotten about it. It seems to have some lock-like construction, but I have yet to understand exactly what it is or how to open it. It reminds me of one of those puzzle boxes. The wheel with the symbol suggested is opened by entering a password. It must be old. Maybe E.S. knows something about it. Decided not to tell E.S. about the box. He might not appreciate that I took it with me. He's always nagging me about ethics. Busy week, classes and meetings. This faculty is really getting in the way of my research. Feeling a bit strange. I had weird dreams ever since I came back from VedTrop. Odd dreams. What does it say? Let's party, Theo. Call somebody. Call Erie. Prepare lecture. Swedish. Dreamt that I was in a vast wasteland. I was searching for the keys to my locker together with Jenny from high school. We laughed and dug in the sand. Suddenly, the sky lit up, and Jenny pointed to a simple constellation of stars. She whispered in my ear to never forget it. That might be the combination, you guys. I'm going to go and I see the triangle. I'm actually going to write on a bigger sheet of paper. So, boop. You can't hear me, but I'm drawing. So, triangle. Upside down triangle. I asked her what it meant, but she was dead and her bones were withered and old. Woke up and have been feeling rather queasy ever since. Read an account of a year walk by a man called Romedel in an old book I came over in a used bookshop. Romedel's story is little more than a tall tale told by a drunken oaf. Most of them seem to be. Daniel's sticks out. It haunts me. Held a lecture on year walking. Several faculty members attended it. They ridiculed me in front of students. Assholes. Another strange dream was doing my homework, was stressed because an oil lamp was running out of oil. When it died, the pale horse outside the window would come inside. The lamp burnt out and everything went black. I woke up soaked in sweat. Ew. Must remember to buy groceries. I filled up the box. I have no clue how to open it. It's frustrating. What jealous, small-minded, greedy creatures the faculty members are. They will undoubtedly create small-minded, jealous, and greedy students. I don't feel the need to share any of my research with the faculty anymore. They don't deserve to read something that my hand has written. They would not understand anyway. You're going crazy! The thought of what's inside the box is like an itch that can't be scratched. I've searched for references to anything about it, but I found nothing that resembles it at all. Having more strange dreams, something happened in those woods. Is your walking a mere vision quest? Are the visions brought on by lack of light and food? Yes, believe so. Not so sure. Dreamt of the rune stone. Was in the forest outside Viltrop. Miss Bowman was walking up to me. I was very afraid. She said that I had been a bad boy and broken the rules. Before I could defend myself and tell her that I did not mean to be naughty, she withered into dust. Thought of myself in front of the rune stone. The Grimm's eyes glowed at me. Woke up. Finding myself thinking of the stone. What does it mean and how is it connected to year walking? What did people do in those woods? Do not feel like sleeping tonight, drinking coffee and watching TV. If I stay awake, those dreams will stay away. Cannot understand much of my students' presentations today. Must sleep. Someone is watching me all the time. Got an email reminder delivered text from the game. Wrote 7 or 8 pages. Hopefully it's enough. Waiting. Don't know what before. Have a feeling that something is on its way. Received an odd email today. Got over 1,000 of these during last night. The emails seemed to have stopped when my inbox was full. I don't know what it could mean. Maybe it's a prank by one of my students, but it seems to be too unimaginative to come up with something like this. I don't think it'll end there. That's the half circle. I'm going to write that down. Is it some kind of threat? Called the priest, told him of my plight. He said the Veltrep sometimes has a strange effect on people, but it rarely lasted. Do not think he understands. I was going to ask him about the box, but decided to hang up when he suggested I should see someone. Woke up last night, heard baby screams from beneath the floorboards, panicked, managed to pry up some of the floorboards. The screaming stopped. The Watchers, the Night Raven, the Huldra, the Brook Horse, and the Church Grim. There might be others, cannot be sure. Can they disguise themselves? Maybe they can read my mind, the Watchers, because they watch. That's what they do. But is it all they do? Year walk equals system error? Year walking works, but it was never meant to. It's against the rules. The universe blinked its eye and someone crossed all barriers that are known as time and space. The Watchers are watching, but who is watching the Watchers? He's gone off his fucking rocker. How can you bend time and space? Got in a heated argument with the S. He was surprisingly scornful of my theories. Must remember that he is an old man, and he might not be as open to new ideas any longer. He claims it's impossible to gaze into the future. The future is not set. Nothing happens until it happens. Of course it's impossible to look into the future according to logic, but I'm not sure they're playing according to our rules. The Watchers are more than they appear and less. They are real, yet they are unreal. They do not exist in the manner that this table and this chair exist. How do I know these things? How are they my thoughts? Am I writing this? I certainly did not draw this, but yet here it is in my notebook. That's the square. Watchers or antibodies? What? Daniel broke the rules and he was punished. Held another lecture, the last one for a long while it seems. It's been decided I need a break, but it matters not. I have more important things to do. I've been an idiot. Someone is playing with me. These shapes. It's the same as on the box. Did someone see me take it? Try the symbols I received, but the box remains shut. Remains shut. There must be more coming. Woke up last night. The telephone rang. Answered. Could not hear anyone. Hung up. It rang again. Answered. Could hear someone speak on the other side. Could not make out what was being said. The voice was too far away. Hung up. It kept ringing. Cut the cord. Bought whiskey. Bought food. People stare. Don't want to go out there again. Too many of them know who I am. If you break the rules, there will be consequences. Wish I had not cut the cord on my phone. Need to hear a human voice. Do not dare go out. That's another triangle. At first, I didn't even notice. One of the paintings in the living room has been replaced. It must have happened during the 30 minutes that I slept. Cannot let my guard down. Someone was here, or something. Will the antibodies come for me? Am I a virus in the eye of the universe? Probably. Boarded up the balcony, all the windows. Nothing can come in now, I hope. Shouldn't be possible, but someone was here again. I'm definitely being threatened. There was a knife on my kitchen table. Old, but sharp? I realized that the knife was his. We are connected. The church is central to this, and yet it is not. Perhaps the church itself is not important, but rather the energy of the place. Perhaps the gate is always there, but is not the gate. Gates are meant to be open, or closed. This is a rift in the fabric of the very existence of everything, but why allow it? Why does the universe or God or someone not shut the gate? If we are not meant to do it, why let us? I can hear the heart of the universe beating. What is happening? Feel like a worm under a big boot. I feel the shadow hanging over me, waiting to be crushed. She sings and I shall follow. She's trying to fool me. That I know. But I must get closer to her because I get closer to the key that leads to the heart of all of it. I didn't steal the box because it begged for me to take it with me. Daniel survived all the watchers sent by the universe. He was lured by the temptress, brought the innocents to the pale horse, unearthed the parasite, and finally faced the master of them all. Yet he was destroyed. Could it have gone any other way? Was he doomed from the start? Am I doomed? Is the future set, or can it be altered? Must help him. It's the right thing to do. There is a bond between us. Might have figured it out. 5 watchers, 5 symbols, which means there is one more coming. So tired, I can't seem to hold my thoughts for any period of time. Should probably eat more often, but I must resist. It's important that I come prepared. The heart beats stronger, but I will break it and see beyond everything. In the end, it was the nature of man that got Daniel. Must free myself of all desires. That's how they get you. Can love really be a weakness, or is it a strength? And the poor girl, it just seems unfair. Is there anything I can do? If the future can be altered, why not the past? Am I playing the part of the fool in the cosmic play, and if so, to what purpose? Disconnect the microwave oven, just in case. Feeling absolute terror at the possibility there is no purpose. No rhyme, no reason to any of it. Why me? The only way I can help him is if I break the rules. It will come at a price, but what do I care if I can rise above it all? 2 rules universal. Time and space, if broken, above it all, and doom, how? He's lost his rocker. I saw her lifeless body. She is so beautiful, even in death. Have been crying ever since. It all seems so needless, so cruel. Ready for anything. Don't care anymore. Half circle. It's finally here, the last one. Woke up to this on my palm. Tried to wash it out. It is a tattoo. Tested them in all different kinds of combinations, but I could not figure out how to do it. I must sleep. I will open that box tomorrow. Of course. So simple. Rotate the reel and release when the symbol aligns with the grim, in the order which they were delivered to me. But why is it so empty? I thought it was Daniel all along. I thought that he was here, but it cannot have been he who sent me the password. It doesn't make any sense. If the box is empty, it means it must be filled. I still do not understand who sent the symbols. If not by the boy, then it must have been by the watchers. But why? Are they toying with us? Helping us in some perverse, twisted way? From the get-go, I was doomed. He was doomed. They got him at the very thought of year walking, but the girl can be saved, I think. I put everything he needs in the box and I locked it. I will leave it where I found it, where all of this started. If my mind is set on this, does it mean that I am doomed too? The rift is open. It is time for me to go through. Packed my things. I wonder if I will come back. December 27th, December 28th, December 30th. Slow storing. It is cold here. I wish I could light a fire, but I must do it right. Surprised by how calm I feel. The hours only remain. It's midnight. Then I guess he went on a year walk. Ooh, this is weird. Where's my box? There it is. There's the box. So, first is this triangle. And then the half circle that goes to the right. I think it's this one. And then the box. And then the triangle this way. And then the upside down half circle. So this one. Waiting for that jump scare. Yesterday morning, Veltrop killer was executed. He was found guilty for the heinous murder of young Stina Nelson last year. The death sentence has been criticized by the highly renowned Dr. Helmer Luntak, who has stated that Daniel is suffering from an abnormal psyche. He seems to have problems disconcerting the past from present and has visions of terrible creatures. Okay. Well, where am I? Terrible creatures. Whoa, where am I? Terrible creature, something not uncommon among psychophrenics. Daniel cannot be held accountable for his actions, should be given treatment as an institution for the criminally insane. The execution was performed by Gustav Dahlberg. This was his 4th execution last year. He performed the execution of the notorious Lisa Romason, who was charged with murder of 4 infants in Veltrop, but who took her own life before the sentence could be carried out. Security has been improved greatly ever since. Daniel Swenson was composed during the whole process. Besides the slightly shaky hand, so common among the criminal type, you cannot tell Daniel from any other young man. He sobbed loudly once he laid his head down low, but quickly regained his composure. A quick prayer and a swift, powerful stroke when it was over. According to the attending priest, Graneth, Daniel's last words were, "I should have killed myself. Then none of this would have happened. You are long dead when I write this, and I have not been yet born. Yet we have a connection beyond life, death, space, and time, the impossible made possible by your walking. But the Watchers always win, even though you've not passed through the rift yet. They sense the urge, and they want their sacrifice. I wish there could be another way. I am sorry. But for her, there is still hope. You can save her. You know what you must do." Oh, shit! What? Hello? Is that really the end? What? What? Yay? I am confused. I'm gonna keep all my notes. I feel like I just took a fucking class. The music is different. I feel like it's the same credits with different music. Holy cow! Did I beat it? What time is it? Oh, it's not even late. Baby Selma. Doll. Holy cow. I'm pretty proud of myself right now. The end! Yes, we beat it! Alright! Go us! Thanks so much, guys. This has been EatGeekStudy's playthrough of Year Walk. I will catch you on the flip side.